Hi there. I'm trying to keep this focused so more people watch. Nettles and Cregan Stark could still be in House of the Dragon Season 3, but only if they get 10 episodes again, which is something the showrunner is fighting with HBO over as we speak. That it was never his creative choice to have only 8 episodes in Season 2, that HBO shot themselves in the foot by stupidly ordering at the last minute, well past the point of no return, to shorten it by 2 episodes. That was physically impossible. It was already written. They couldn't do rewrites. So they literally lopped off episodes 9 and 10 and shoved them into Season 3, which itself creates a domino effect that now Season 3, which has already been shortened, is overburdened with those. That Season 3, if originally planned as 10 episodes, is already being shortened to 8, and on top of that, you're overburdening it with episodes 9 and 10 of this. So what was the 10-episode story for Season 3 is now functionally being condensed into 6 episodes? That's silly. They can't do that. It's an overburdened season as it is. And I've made longer videos about this, which I will link if you've come to this first, on the impact of the writer's strike and reducing the episode count, and then other things that we found out were deleted from the finale. The point of this video is what is now clear in my mind beyond any doubt is that Ryan Condal, the showrunner, specifically him, not the studio, but Ryan Condal, deliberately left open the possibility of introducing Nettles and Cregan Stark in Season 3. And the mere fact that he still left the door open means he hasn't given up. Well, why am I convinced of this? And again, these are linked issues. They're both characters that it seems they wanted to get to in Season 3. Well, first off, the thing I just made a full video about is it turns out Tom Taylor filmed a scene as Cregan Stark for the finale, which leaked out through rough cuts. It was a blue screen thing, but this has made the rounds. It's in all the news sites like winteriscoming.net that originally we would have seen Cregan Stark marching south with his army at the Twins, the Freys Castle, with the Winter Wolves. And we saw the truncated version, that the aired version edited him out. It was an alternate take that doesn't have him in it. But consider how far in development you have to go that we actually got the actor to film this. It wasn't just a storyboard or just a script. The actor filmed that. Second thing is in the immediate post-finale interviews, when Condal was asked what's going on, it really seems like from that finale scene with the dragon Sheep Stealer, which is Nettles' dragon, wow, now it really looks like you've merged Rhaena with Nettles. The key point is, he could have very easily just plain admitted, yup, I've merged them. And I'm not going to bother reading this off, you have to read through the BS. That he gave a very ambiguous and evasive answer that rambled on for 2 full paragraphs. Which struck me as odd, because it's so blatant that at this point he could have just admitted it. And because we'd heard alternate rumors that I'm pretty sure scenes were cut from this. That they mentioned that Rhaena would be tracking the dragon by following his droppings or something, that they mentioned that in a props episode, that, we had to make dragon droppings. That things were cut from this, and from spy photos of her with the prop dragon head, we think that she was going to try to claim it, but he'd reject her. We're not 100% on that, but we think that there was more filmed here. So some assumed, she's going to claim him in the thing, or I was hoping she'd turn around and Nettles is riding him at the last minute, as a way to introduce Nettles through Rhaena. And neither thing happened. It was just she walks up, sees the dragon, but she doesn't mount him, nor does Nettles there either. So they left the door open in case they get more episodes. Which would be a little clunky, but I'd rather have it even now than not have it at all. That whatever you do, write it back in. We're really upset about that. And again, I already made the separate video about Cregan. Cregan would be a lot easier to put in. It's just say, he was off camera, like he rode ahead and was treating with Lord Frey. But if they get 10 episodes again, they'll put Cregan Stark back in with the Winter Wolves, and just things he would have done with Jace, maybe he'll do with Oscar Tully, where it's not a huge amount of material, but just commiserating, oh yeah, my father died when I was very young as well, and my uncle tried to usurp me and I had to fight him off. Give his specific backstory that makes him more than a Ned Stark knockoff. They apparently just, the original plan, even by Ryan Condal, was let's space that out into season 3. Which, okay, that's a strategy on a series scale of move his stuff around. And now he's not sure he's going to get 10 episodes again. So we've already established that for Cregan. For Nettles, the fact that he's still being this evasive when he doesn't even need to be anymore, that they could have... We know they filmed more stuff than this. It implies that things are up in the air now. That there is no doubt in my mind that Ryan Condal wants to put Cregan and Nettles in season 3 if he gets 10 episodes again. I am not trying to sell you on false hope. Quite the opposite. What I'm saying is that on the one hand, 100% Ryan Condal would do that if he gets 10 episodes. But at the same time, I'm warning you, this will only happen if he gets 10 episodes again, and it's an uphill battle. That it'll only happen if Condal manages to win the fight he's in now with HBO. Not with HBO, they're pretty much on his side. With Warner Discovery, who slashed the budget on one of their flagship projects. So I've made all these other videos pointing out how we just got all these earning reports, that this is one of the few things that they have that's really profitable. The Max streamer doubled its revenues in the past year. And consider that they shortened it a year and a half ago, where they didn't know this would be as big of a hit as it became, that House of the Dragon is leading the vanguard of their international expansion. They're like timing their Europe launch to its season 2 and everything. And you're reducing the episode count, that this affected the season. Some of the pacing problems would always have been there because there was a writer's strike and they couldn't do rewrites. But cutting off the final 2 episodes, you can tell they wanted to do more. And the fact that there are, in fact, certain deleted things that we can point to, that they're hedging their bets on this. So all hope is not lost, but we have to see what the heck Warner Discovery does between now and filming, and earlier than that, really, because it takes time to do rewrites. Maybe Condal is sitting down writing a 10-episode season again, just doubling down on they'd be fools to shorten us again. Maybe he's doing the smart thing and having... I've heard of when writers have fallback plans of, and here's the 8-episode version. If at least by Christmas they know whether they're having more than 8 episodes or not, we'll see what happens. That's where things stand now. That the question of our time is, are they going to get 10 episodes again? Preferably 12 to deal with the backlog, but I'll settle for 10 as a minor miracle. I'm certain that as we speak, right now, late August, there are arguments being shouted into telephones and over Zoom meetings and in the HBO headquarters between Zaslav and his people and the actual, showrunners about, you can't reduce our episode counts. It's hurting our show a lot. Measurably, look at the backlash in the media. And if they can get more again, they will restore these characters. They're on the fence about this. So please like and subscribe. I'm making a lot more videos about this and what the future will hold with it, but we could get Nettles and Cregan back if we get more than 8 episodes. Please tell everyone you know.